Yeah.
There's like pee in there. Alright, I have to push this thing onto the internet. We're gonna go.
I guess in Stephen King's childhood, push was a euphemism for take a shit.
That makes sense. Yeah, why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Come on. I'm impatient today. I don't understand myself sometimes.
How are those tacos sitting?
Pretty good. I'm almost done, and then I'll let you, lead us in. You're so good. You're so good at introing and outroing.
Oh yeah.
Or whatnot.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Get this started, buddy.
Okay, buddy.
Oh,
Number 6. Here we go.
7.
7.
7. Yes.
We did 6. We're on 7.
Yes, we did. So here we are. Holy crap! There's like.
At least I think one of them was about an hour and a half.
Yeah, and people sit through it. And so what the hell is wrong with them? I love them.
Yeah.
Come to me, people. Be my people.
Give me money.
Yes, I have Patreon. Throw $1 at me. Oh my God.
I don't got Patreon, but I got this great thing. It's like a reverse Patreon called student loans.
Oh, you could just hand them a loan and they can take care of it.
Hey.
Right?
We got some pretty good options. I got one that's like 900. One of them is about 1,000. One's about 5. Got options.
That's money, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you're looking for somebody that you want to take care of, there's him or me. But right now we're advertising him and Febreze for some reason. They've given us a good chunk of no money. And
yeah. About 36% of zero.
Yeah.
Or so.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm a wash.
0.
And nothing. It's so great. Oh my God. So we usually start this where I'm like, hey, how's it going? And the tragic part that people don't know is that we have lunch together and we kind of do a podcast off the air, and then we come back and do it again.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what's going on? What's new?
What's new? I really don't know because I'm so tired.
Remember back to episode 1 where you're like, I'm gonna diet. How's that going? Yeah, buddy.
Meh. I'm still losing a little bit of weight each week, but it fluctuates quite a bit.
What's your grandmaster strategy?
Don't eat pizza.
Just pizza.
Yeah.
You hear that, folks? Cut out pizza, you look gorgeous.
Yeah.
Grow a beard.
Beard's coming in.
It all just comes together. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super tired because on Thursday.
Yes.
I don't know when the neighbors upstairs moved out, but Thursday was the day to drop bricks on the floor.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, there was one time I thought they were going to break all the windows down here because
actually dropping bricks.
Fuck if I know. I didn't go up there and look
from their butts. All right, now hold tight. Oh God!
Release the cheeks.
Oh, that one was for all the people listening and not watching, because that was probably really uncomfortable to watch. Oh my God. Anywho.
But yeah, so that messed up my entire sleep schedule, so I have no idea what's going on.
What day is it?
Saturday.
Yes.
Sounds right.
Yes, it is. Do you know what weekend it is?
No.
It is.
We'll have like holidays and stuff that I haven't had since I left school.
Yes, and now I have to ask you a great big question. You don't work in fast food anymore. Do you have Monday off?
No, I work in
Ah!
But I get time and a half.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I don't work Monday.
Ah.
So I'm like, hey, 3-day weekend, which is just going to be like, here's an extra day to draw. And yeah, I'm cool with that, I guess. So
Yeah.
you know, I don't know what to do with my hands. So yeah, it's crazy. It's good.
Yeah. There we go.
So I'm just.
All right, there's episode 7.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
move
it.
on.
Goodbye. No, I've been dead tired, but I just ate, and I'm feeling okay. So I lost a lot of sleep too, but it was good. I had a great time.
Yeah. You're experimenting with physics and ending up on all fours.
Yes, that's it. So yesterday was First Friday, which if you don't know, that means downtown is littered with people who are like, "Look at my art, love me boxings, I'm dumb," and then you're like, "All right," and I'm one of them people. And it's happened.
One of us.
I've been turned.
One of us.
And because I've been turned, I designed a skateboard.
Yeah? How's that going?
It's done.
Yeah?
It's hung up. It's a fish and bunny.
Okay.
And voting took place last night on who's going to win and all that stuff. I think there's like, I don't know, like 25, 30 skateboards. So I don't know what I'm up against, like, vote-wise. I'm probably not going to win. I know I had at least 4 votes.
Hey, there you go.
So, you know, we got that undercover. I didn't even get my own vote, so how am I going to win?
Vote for yourself.
I voted for Travis because he's come so freaking far. But anyway, I'm out and about doing a lot of stuff, and I decided to prioritize backwards. Usually it's like, the mechanisms of survival where it's like food, shelter, sex, everything else.
Yeah, that pyramid thing.
Right.
Which is demonstrably proven to be a complete and utter lie.
Right, but let's say it's not.
Okay.
I reprioritized. It was like food will go at the bottom. Skateboard thing will go at the top. Everything else.
Art is way more important than
middle.
survival.
And so, yeah. So at one point, my parents were like, "Hey, we just voted for your skateboard." I'm like, "Sweet, I have 2 votes." I'm not getting nothing. And they're like, "We're gonna go to the diner. Do you want to come eat?" And I'm like, "No, I'm at the exposure, looking at all this stuff, and kind of stuck." And then in like 20 minutes, I got to go to Vishnu to hang out because voting officially begins at 7. And they're like, "Okay." So I went and did that, and then I got caught up with some really fantastic people. But I drank a little more than I should have on an empty stomach. So I had a crazy night, and it was awesome.
Woo woo.
I'm getting texted.
Oh.
I'm gonna check it real quick. You tell people something.
Well, I like your shirt. I don't know what it means, but it's a nice shirt.
What's it say?
I don't know. The bronze sunny day. Oh, it's Buffy.
Ah, there you go. Everything is Buffy.
Of course it is.
Okay, sorry.
All Buffy all the
I
time.
don't like doing that because it's rude, but it's also
You're on call.
No.
Oh.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
So anyway, I drank too much, and when I got back to my apartment, all I wanted was pie. Now, I shouldn't say too much. It wasn't like blackout. I never like blacked out. I wasn't like puking or like falling everywhere.
Well, the thing about blackouts is you don't. So you don't know.
Well, I know I didn't black out.
You know that if you did black out, you ended up exactly where you started the blackout.
Right.
That's all you know.
Well, I suppose you could say when I fell asleep, I blacked out. To an extent, because I wasn't seeing light anymore.
That's technically not a blackout. That's passing out.
Oh, fine.
Blackout is you're still awake, but you're not.
I'm not in charge anymore. Satan's doing all my bidding.
Yeah, that devil
That's
juice.
who it is. That is. And if 2 people have that happen at once, he's just splitting his power.
Well, no, he's
Think
got,
about that. Every Friday night, there's like 4,000 iterations of Satan just in Sioux Falls.
he's got little demon helpers. I mean,
Nah.
he's got an army.
Nah, this is like Renaissance Europe. It's just Satan. It's just the devil.
In the corn, so you can't harvest it later.
Right. Right.
Put it in nice little baskets for you.
Exactly. So, yeah, so when I got back to my apartment, I laid down on the couch and I was like, things are wiggly and weird. Like,
I always, if I have too much to drink, I always have the sensation that whatever I'm sitting in is breathing.
oh, that's
I'm not
terrifying.
breathing, the chair is. And it's very strange.
And it's like bubbly.
But because, no, it don't intoxicate me. It just breathes. It's kind of
You need
comfortable.
to add drugs and then everything's talking to you.
No, one drug at a time. Alcohol is good.
Right? Well, I usually do two. I've got alcohol and sugar. And then I'm just a ridiculous, silly mess.
Yeah, well, I guess adding sugar is a pretty good idea.
I'm
That's
convinced-
how most of those little mixed drinks work.
Right. I'm purely convinced sugar is 100% a drug. It's not a nutrient of any kind.
No, you don't need it.
No.
Body can make its own just fine.
Right. But damn, it's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Hey, my phone vibrated too.
Awesome. Our phones are speaking to each other without us. This technology has taken over.
Oh, it's Facebook.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's you.
I fixed the thing to say.
Facebook told me that you shared a link. Probably the podcast.
Oh, you follow me. Like, you get notifications on me?
Yeah, I do.
That's some creepy level shit there.
Facebook decided that you're one of the important people that I need to know everything about. And my wife is not one of them.
Oh my god, why is that?
I don't know. Facebook is really bad at everything.
I suppose that's fair.
And I get nothing but bejeweled whatever requests from my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Bejeweled
You can
requests.
block those.
I can, but I'm lazy.
One of my very favorite Facebook activities is when someone new adds me, I get a request. It's like, hey, play Farmville. And then I go in there and I get to say,
That's something.
I get to say, I don't know. I get to say, ignore request, ignore all game requests from Sally, and ignore all game requests from this game. And so it's become a rarity now. I've gotten to the point where it's got to be some new obscure game that one weirdo is playing that I, for some reason, haven't blocked yet.
Showering with Dad Simulator 2015.
Yeah, and it's like, oh,
If you didn't know, that's a real game.
no way. What?
Yeah. I saw someone playing it.
Is it like you?
On Steam, 99 cents. Yeah, there's a pixelated thing going.
Whoa! For those of you listening, even though we haven't posted any, the audio only version of this,
Oh yeah.
I was finger mimicking and dangling. Oh, penis. So yeah, interesting. So yeah, I was, I had a great time. And, there's a lot. I don't know what I was talking about, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are we talking about? Give me a topic.
Oh, I got a weird thing that's about to happen.
Okay, tell me.
So when I left McDonald's,
Yes.
and so that wasn't very nice to my store manager.
Right.
But now my store manager has become area supervisor, which is weird.
Now he's sending you hate mail.
No. But her husband,
What's her?
yeah, her husband is now going to work with me at the club.
Are they in charge?
I technically am.
Ah,
the
yeah.
supervisor.
So you're gonna beat him up?
No, he's a nice guy.
I'm taking this
This
to a crazy place.
This is really weird because I'm going to see her a lot because now she's a member of the club. And
So you're gonna have to hash it out and be like, hey,
no.
it's not me, it's you.
Well, if they ever directly confront me, I'm going to say food service sucks.
Ba 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 ba. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, keep it professional though.
Well, I
You
walked
bring it
out.
up, I will bring it up.
I walked out of two jobs. Yes,
Yes.
2 jobs.
Two.
Yeah, well, I walked out of Hy-Vee. I hated that. The job I've been paid to do I was paid the least to do. I had to dress the nicest for.
Yeah,
What the hell?
that's true of all jobs. The
'Cause now
more
I-
money someone makes, the less they actually work.
Now I could go to work wearing nothing but a cod piece, and no one would care. Like, at
Well,
all.
Well, Zuckerberg shows up to like important meetings in jeans and flip flops. So
Right. Well, its clothes don't matter.
yeah,
No, not at all.
yeah.
So, yeah, I
Of course,
walked
he
out
is
of the.
mildly impressive. He learned enough Chinese in a few weeks to become not exactly fluent, but enough to hold an interview in Chinese for China.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. And then he bought China.
Yeah, pretty much.
Turned it into a giant iPad.
And he's 2 years younger than us.
People skate around on it.
Imagine that. 2 years younger than us.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Doesn't make him a bastard. You just got, he had an opportunity and he took it. Just like you did when you left McDonald's. It's the same thing. Except his
turned out a lot better.
His had a giant money faucet at the end.
Yeah. Mine had a drain.
Well, for every faucet.
There must be a drain.
Yeah. And the other job I walked out of was that crazy fish place. Where I was fishing fish out of a tank and putting them in a cup and then delivering them to somebody across the room for hours.
Oh, weird.
And then this was a nightmare for me. And there's like mold on the ceiling, and there's just like an inch of filthy dead fish water on the floor with carcasses drifting about. And they're like, go, get those goddamn guppies! And you're like, oh my god.
Oh, weird. Is that like for fishermen, or what was that?
It is, I'm not going to say the name,
Of course not.
but it is the place that delivers pet store fish to almost every store in a 7-state radius.
Oh, so it's kind of like a fish warehouse.
Right, and it is fucked up.
Of
And it pays very little. Not
course.
that pay is everything, but I do have things I have to pay for.
Like rent.
Right.
You don't need food. You got art instead.
Right, yes. You just eat the paper.
Yeah.
If no one buys
Or
it,
the
you
ink.
eat the piece.
Yeah.
I can't eat the ink anymore because I'll die.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I suppose when it's like, this is the end, I'll just drink the ink, I guess. And then be like, his insides were entirely black.
No, you gotta do red ink.
He must have
or,
swallowed
like,
the Dragon Balls.
green ink, something.
Oh my god, Dragon Balls. So the other day, I was talking with Travis, and I don't remember how we got on the subject, but it was like, you can get turned into a tree when you die. Yeah, you can even get compressed in you with this or that when you die. They can do all sorts of things with your carbon when you die. And I was like, oh my god, if they can turn you into like a diamond, can they turn you into a Dragon Ball? I was like, can 7 of us become Dragon Balls and then have our like families like abandoned? 7 different remote locations, just to give the future hope.
Well, I think they'd be a little bit different. Not red. And Dragon Ball's got the red stars in them.
The stars are like gold and the ball is an orange.
Oh, yeah. They're wrong colors, but either way. So you compress people down to like little star shapes. Little star-shaped gems.
Little spheres with stars on them.
No, you do the gems, and then you set the gems inside acrylic balls.
I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
So someone's going to be the least important because they were just 1 star.
I think you're going to need a lot more people if you're going to do that, because 1 star is 1 person.
Oh. Well, then I want to be the 1 star ball because then I don't have to hang out with nobody.
Exactly.
I'm fucking special.
I'm the 1 star ball.
Now, how are we going to make this whole wish thing work? Because it needs to work. We can't just do this for, like, aesthetic purposes.
Who's to say it wouldn't just work?
What if it did? We should have been doing this shit a long time ago. Holy crap, we just been putting them in the ground. Whoa! We just been
Do you know how many Dragon Balls we could have made?
Yeah, holy crap,
Why
we could have
people
all had
die?
wishes. Fuck, kill some. I know why we go to war now. Shoot them, turn them into Dragon Balls.
Turns out it only works if you're Jewish.
That's really fucking wow.
What do you think Hitler was trying to do?
We're going into a crazy dark place. Make Dragon Balls, I guess. Whoa. I don't know if I want to keep going down that road. But all right. We do have someone watching us. I just got a text saying, hey, I see you. Well, I don't thank you. It means a lot. I'm gonna drop the name because it's just gonna embarrass her, and that's what I'm all about.
Good.
Thanks for tuning in and staring at our dumb faces, Natalie.
Natalie.
Yeah. Which means Christmas, I learned. There. More embarrassing things.
It means Christmas?
I guess. She told me that.
Oh.
I wasn't going to look it up. I trust her.
Seems reasonable. People should know
I
about
just
their own
trust
names.
everybody.
Yeah.
That's why I got hugged by a guy last night.
From front or behind?
From front, but it wasn't
That's
expected. Anyone who was there can tell you, like, I was distraught. Like, oh, we're hugging now. Oh, this is terrifying. Yeah, that happened. I have emails out the waz. I'm gonna check.
Steve Wozniak?
Oh, so this is a thing. I applied for residency, you know?
Oh, yeah. And every email you get is like, oh, God!
Yeah! So I'm like, it could be time, and it's not time.
Oh.
But, like, if it were to happen during this podcast, I would flip the table over, punch through the screen of that computer, and run outside ripping my clothes off.
Okay, as long as you don't damage the apartment, because I want a deposit back.
I can't make any promises, because going Super Saiyan to backpedal a little bit here.
Okay.
But if I don't get it, I'm just going to, I won't be able to speak, and I'll cry.
My first bike, if you pedal backwards, you stop.
Yes, those were great. Mine too. And then you get a grown-up bike where you have these things on the handlebars that are just death traps.
You press the wrong one, and over you go.
Yes, so I had mine switched because I'm left-handed.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
meant if a filthy right-handed person stole my bike, they're fucked. Never happened, but it was
That's hilarious.
comforting. Comforting thought. Yes, steal my bike. Stealing a flip over. I think most people just grab both, don't they?
Do they?
I don't know. I never did. I just went for the right or the left one.
The rear brake.
Yeah.
That's all I do, too. Just the rear brake.
That's
It's
all
like,
you really need.
yeah. Front brake is for, like, crazy things.
The only wheel that's pushing is the rear one. The front wheel,
Yeah.
for lack of better words, following.
Yeah, it's rear-wheel drive.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Because front-wheel drive would be very difficult, because then you'd have a very complicated steering
you'd
mechanism.
be
for
steering the
rear
rear.
brake.
Yeah, you'd have like a rudder. Oh, that'd be cool. One of those.
Oh, there's this crazy bike. I don't know if you know Destin from Smarter Every Day.
No.
He's on YouTube, but he had this. I don't know if he had it designed or someone else had it and learned to ride it.
Mhm.
But they put like a couple gears on the steering part of the bike, so that when you turn the bars to the right, the wheel goes to the left.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Yeah, and apparently,
Yeah.
yeah, apparently it took him like 3 or 4 months to learn how to ride it. And once he learned how to ride this crazy bike, he was incapable of riding a regular bike.
Huh.
It's one or the other.
Well, there was that dude.
Interesting.
Don't know the name, so the story is gonna be dumb. There was a guy who had used lenses to flip his vision. Then after so long,
Oh,
his
yeah.
his brain adjusted.
Yeah, upside down world was right side up.
But then when he took the lenses off, he
You have
was
to
struggling to
readjust.
go back.
Yeah.
Like his brain was kind of like, no, we changed once like a frog. And
Frogs only change once, huh?
well, with their gender.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to be a man now. Oh, that was a bad decision. I guess I'm stuck. And there we are. I don't know if there are any multicellular creatures that can be like, I'm going to be either one whenever I
Snails.
feel like it.
But they're
They're
both all the
hermaphrodites.
time.
Yeah, like a worm.
Oh, I didn't know.
And that Band-Aid thing on the worm
Yeah.
is the egg sac.
Oh.
And it grows on its butt.
Oh, that's the tail, not the head.
No, hold on. I'm trying to remember which way it grows. No, it grows on the head,
Okay.
and it will grow down the body and fall off.
Oh.
So,
So it could be anywhere on the worm. It depends how far along it is.
right.
That's a pretty good measure of advancedness of worm pregnancy.
Right. What makes them hermaphrodites is they can't impregnate themselves. They have both parts.
That's not true. Snails can impregnate themselves.
Can they?
Yes.
So, I suppose you can't be an asexual hermaphrodite.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Not that you don't have sexual organs, you just choose not to sexually reproduce. You reproduce asexually.
Good. This is a great topic.
Using this. Yeah, snails are interesting.
Yeah. They do make pearls.
Snails make pearls?
Yes, they do.
Oh.
All mollusks make pearls.
Octopuses make pearls?
I'm not sure about them. I think you have to be a shell mollusk, but maybe they do.
Okay.
Because the way it works is...
That's an immune response, right?
Yeah, it's like, oh, there's crap in here, and I can't get it out. So they coat it in...
I believe it's calcium.
The sloopy goop version of it has a particular word.
Oh, okay.
And I can't remember it. It
Mollusk
just escaped me. But they wrap it in that because it basically recognizes that it's part of its own body. It's like, there, it can't hurt me anymore.
Sugar coating on a pill.
Right.
It just makes it more comfortable.
Right. And so they will like wrap it until they're confident with it.
Yeah.
And
the invading body is contained.
the reason pearls are bullshit as a thing you buy is because there are people who have big net things they put in the water that keep the clams in. They don't go like all the way to the top. They just, because clams can get around.
Yeah.
But they don't swim to the top of the water very often. So if you put some fences underwater, they don't escape. They kind of stay where you've ensnared them.
Yeah.
And they go down there and they pull up, like let's say you have 200 clams. They pull up 50 of them and they put BBs strategically in their mouths, well, in their shells.
Yeah.
And then they put them back. And they've got this going in cycles. And then every 5 years, they pull the BB out, throw another one in.
They'll pull the pearl out. Throw another one in.
Right. And the pearl is only as perfectly round as the object that they're coating.
Oh.
So
if you put in like a G.I. Joe, it'd come out looking really weird.
right, it'll be a funny shape. And you found a damn big clam because the G.I. Joe is like this tall. But yeah.
I was struggling for a tenny shape.
But,
The wheel of a micro machine.
right. Which was the problem in the past, that it's mostly sand that gets in there.
Yeah.
You can't get it out.
So before they started farming it, a perfect pearl was a very
big
rare.
rarity.
Yeah.
Right.
And they figured out how to do it. So now it's just like,
now it's a big lie.
might as well buy plastic ones. They last longer.
Right. So there you
I
go.
don't know if you know this, but pearls dissolve really easily, especially in the oils of human skin.
Interesting.
If you have a pearl necklace, do not let it touch your skin. It'll ruin it.
It'll like begin to go flat down the side that's touching you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's part of the reason why in Victorian times they had, well, mostly it's because they were afraid of sex, but they had the shirt that started at like your earlobes
right.
and went all the way down. So the necklace just rested on clothes.
You have to wear gloves because.
And that's why they wore gloves
if
as well.
you don't wear white gloves and you're a black and white cartoon, no one knows where your hands
That's right.
are. So.
Well, also it's because they were afraid of sex.
Yes.
And they could touch the pearls.
Because when your hands are bare, you're just climaxing constantly. Control myself. I've just learned to deal with it. So my awkwardness is just me handling it.
You go back to a dark place. Hitler.
Holy crap!
When he gave speeches, he would climax.
Oh.
And we know about this because he reported it to his doctor saying, what the fuck? And the doctor was like, it's working for you. Keep going.
Well, when you start with something up your ass, it doesn't take a whole lot of stimulation because there's a prostate. And my inferior, yours is a little big. So it's easy to poke. So all that shouting is pulling that hamster up a little further. Just prodding it. But it's okay. At least you're wearing your gloves, or this would be way worse.
Yeah, that's why you need gloves.
Well, that's like table skirts. They're from the Victorian age.
Yeah, they are. Because I thought table legs would overexcite men.
Get me going. Holy crap, they weren't wrong. Look at these things.
They're so narrow at the bottom.
And they're squarular. So, is that not a word?
It is now.
Rectangular is a word. Triangular is a word.
Square.
Circular. And there needs to be squarular.
It should be. That's a good word.
It is. That is it.
There's a great German word. It's eckig.
Okay.
It means something that has a lot of corners.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, I like that.
So
idea.
like,
we need a word like that. Squarular.
yeah, squarular. It's
Yeah.
very perfectly square. Like, you're so lame, you're squarular.
Squarular tennis balls.
Oh my god. You know, perfection. It's just happening everywhere. So, what else? What else? Well, now that I'm done applying for the residency,
Yeah.
when I've learned to manage my panicking, which I haven't.
Well, you'll figure it out when your panicking either turns into morose depression or, oh my god, what the fuck am I going to do now? I got the job.
Oh crap! They said yes. Someone
Yeah.
stop me. Children, they want me to impress children. I say dirty words at home, but
Impress them or impress upon them.
Whatever you think is most appropriate. I don't know. I just don't know. I was going to teach them about Kamix, and they're going to be like, yay! Or they're going to be like, you dumb hair!
It took me a while to figure out what Kamix is.
Oh.
That one threw me for a loop.
So, anyway, I should get that script done for Wellspring, and we can hammer that out, because that's been what slowed me down. Because I'm like halfway done revising it for a radio play, and then I was like, I have to finish this residency. Oh crap!
Yeah.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Like, I want to do a voice for you. I want to do a voice for you, to the point where like I have too many people. So that's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
So
I would say so.
That's in our back pocket. And we got all this crazy shit going on. If Brett's watching, I want to apologize. I keep flaking on without pants.
Yeah, you've only done the one episode, right?
I was like, Thursday is a great day. Because I go to my parents, I go to my dietitian, and then I can fly home and be like, let's fucking do this thing. And it just hasn't been working out. And I don't want to bum him out. So I was like, do you want to switch to Tuesday maybe? See if that works? I don't know. We'll switch it up a little. Maybe we should just do it on Saturday and do it right after this one.
So, you know, I think it's time for an intermission, courtesy of Taco Bell.
Oh, you have to go to the bathroom?
I do.
Do you want me to stop that?
Okay, you do what you want.
Are you going to make noise?
I don't know, I'm going to close the door.
Okay, well then I'll sit here and just stare.
Okay. Well, you can stare with your mouth too, because I'll leave the recording running.
Stare with my mouth?
Yeah, I know how that's going to work. Good luck.
Oh no, he left me alone. Is anything to you? Oh no, he's making noise in there. If you're watching, say something to me. I'm alone. Frightened and bored and scared and just beyond baffled. Then I'm looking at my phone, which is not polite, but it is what I'm doing. Stuff, the world's crazy. It's just bonkers. I could do this. I could scroll down forever and just lose my mind because I'm addicted to technology. It's a shame. There's a cat in here. He's big, chubby. No, he's not chubby. He's just a big dude. Aren't you, buddy? He sits in the window because I think he thinks I smell or something. Everybody does smell like something. I don't know what I smell like. I can't smell it, you know? Am I weirding me out yet? I am, Indeed. Doodly doo. Oh, I've got all these notifications on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at the Dylan Jacobson because, you know, I'm the one. or whatever. And yeah, I'm not so interested without my bubbly. Not so interested without a companion. Oh, I started yawning, and that's just not professional. Should have done another take. He's flushing, so he'll be out in a moment, and I'll be much less boring. Much, much, much less boring. There he is. That's Bobley. He's opened the bathroom door, and his pants are not on. Oh, they're there.
Well, they're short pants.
I tried to narrate my experience of scrolling down on Facebook.
Segment 2, brought to you by...
Oh, no!
Which
is powered by Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Oh, if we want to pretend we have a real sponsor, Jam Art and Supplies.
Oh, hey.
Is new stuff.
Ooh.
At like quarter over... And when I say a quarter, I mean the 25 cents over wholesale price.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Pilot G2 pens, because that is my preferred pen of choice.
No, but you can buy them in like a $2 box. Can't you?
Where?
I swear to God, that's the pen I use. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's this pen.
Let me see it. Yeah. No, this is not exactly what I use. It's pretty close. Not precisely the same. But
I enjoy pens.
Yes, indeed. So, how was your trip to the bathroom?
Feeling when you have to go,
We're
but
talking
you're
about
not.
poop.
Not really. When you have to go, but you're not really sure yet if you need to go right now, but you still get this overwhelming sense of panic.
I'm gonna give you some advice.
It's like some leftover emotional baggage from potty training, where it's like, what do I do? Oh God, there's a thing.
You should spray that again. I'm gonna give you some advice. My advice is, if you have any inkling that you should go, you should go. And yeah, and no one's gonna be mad at you because everyone who has ever lived has pooped, and that is a fact. But the thing is we have been on this planet for so fucking long. You shouldn't shit your pants because you're afraid to go poop.
Yeah,
because you don't have a choice in the matter.
When you're talking about the sentience of the human race, and then you mention that occasionally we shit our pants because we're afraid to go to the bathroom.
Because we're dumb. Stop it, people. Come on.
It's almost as bad as dogs eating their own barf.
And yeah, what the hell? And I'm going to eat this grass. I'm going to puke it up. I'm going to eat it again. Ooh.
Well, that's not too different from what cows do, except it's more internal.
Yeah. We call it cud. But, it just kills me. And if there's no public bathroom, this is the advice I've been giving all weekend. Just walk in confidence. If someone is even around, just say, maintenance, as you go in. And no one will question a fucking thing.
It's more credible if you carry a toolbox with you wherever you go.
Or keys. Keys on your belt.
Yeah. I got me one of these here paper keys for what with.
See, if you wear these keys, you can walk into anything, anywhere, and just say maintenance.
Yeah. Helps if you wear. You don't have to have a logo or nothing, but a polo.
Right.
Yeah, you just wear a polo.
Or something dirty.
Yeah.
It looks like you've been working.
Yeah. Yeah. If you got work boots, blue jeans, and like a dirty white shirt.
Yep. You're perfect. You're in.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop you. Nobody ever, anywhere. I have another tactic, but I'm not going to say it on the radio.
I need to say maintenance. You just got to say, I got to go check something.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, you can just make it up on the spot.
But see, the thing is,
especially in this area,
if you say maintenance, people really assume you work wherever it is you are. Like, oh, he's supposed to be there.
Yeah. Even at small restaurants where everyone knows everyone, maybe the boss hired out this particular task for something special. I don't know.
Right. And you know what? If you keep saying it everywhere, they'll be like, that guy's getting a lot of work.
Yeah,
He's got a really good small maintenance company.
that's right.
And then he will get hired.
Yeah.
And boom,
By
you're the next Zuckerberg.
yeah.
Maintenance book. Wait till that goes public.
The only social networking site for custodians and janitorial engineers.
Right. It'll be great. That says we have a viewer.
Woo! Is it you?
No, not
Oh.
this time. I don't do that anymore. Because I've learned. I used to do that and be like, I had one viewer the whole time. Me. Oh, damn. The day that goes up to a number above 3, that's another good day.
Oh, yeah.
That's the day that YouTube gets to see me naked or something. And we get taken off the air.
Yes.
Do you think that they have a way? Oh, they're gone. Do you think that they have a way to like
check for nudity? They
on a
do.
live stream? We are delayed slightly. You think that's why?
I doubt it. Possible. What's likely going to happen is that, and then YouTube will pull the video afterwards,
Right.
And
But whoever
then
watches
give
it
you
live got
and
to
then
see
give
it.
you a community strike,
And they're like, no ding dongs on the internet.
which is much worse than a copyright strike. If you get a copyright
I've
strike,
been there.
if you get a copyright strike, YouTube basically doesn't give a shit. They just, you pull your video or whatever, or you can't monetize your video, whatever. That's it.
Do you
Community
remember?
strikes actually affect you. Get 3 of those, your account is deleted, and all of your videos are deleted. You're just gone.
Do you remember Philip Icons?
I do.
Okay. With the beginning.
I also remember filled with acorns.
I was gonna say at the beginning of Philip the Acorns, which we do consider like Philip Pinecone's 1.5.
Yeah.
If you look at the whole like grand scheme of everything, brief history. It's a really ridiculous movie thing that I made. I began in like 2007.
What the fuck's a haircut?
Yes, all sorts of dumb things like that. And anyhow, at the beginning of Philip the Acorns, they decided it would be funny to pirate you wouldn't steal a purse, you wouldn't steal a car. Then why would you steal a movie thing?
Did I get a copyright?
Put it in front of Phil the Acorns, because Luke was in charge of that project, not me.
Yeah.
And so, he says you can do whatever you want with it. And then Philip Pinecone's 2 is done, and I was kind of working on 3, and nothing ever happened there. But we decided to put it all on YouTube, and I put it up on mine, and we had and then in like 2011, maybe, I wake up one morning, and I have an email, like, from YouTube that has the word Universal Pictures in it. I'm like, well, that's fucking strange. So I sit down and read it, and they're like, copyright, blah, 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 Universal Pictures is pissed off. You put this thing in there. Like, they've contested your account. You're not monetized. So the video is still there. We're not, like, deleting it. But it cannot be viewed, cannot be shared. You can take it down or just leave it in limbo forever. Fuck you. And I'm like, oh, weird. I guess I'll just leave it there because I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
And then last year, maybe a little bit before that, I get an email saying, Universal Pictures doesn't care. It's fine. Your video's live again. I was like, well, look at that. I didn't do anything. But it was weird because at first I thought, like, am I going to get sued for this stupidity? Like, come on. I mean,
They probably wouldn't go after you because they know you don't have any money.
I'm hoping someone from Universal watched the whole miserable thing. Because, take a step back. I know you were in it.
I hope the president of Universal watched it just in case.
It's not very good. Like,
You know those college artsy film projects?
it's worse.
It's just like that without the artsy bit.
Yes, it's just dumb. And the funniest thing to think about.
It's like someone who's never seen YouTube before in like 1998.
Right.
Didn't exist then, but this is exactly the kind of video that would have been put up then.
Right? Wow, it's bad. But whoa, make movies at film school, which I, whatever. All right. But I was trying to make a serious like horror movie with a message in the first one, but it all fell apart.
Was it intentionally horror, or was it supposed to be a horror spoof?
no, I was trying to make like a legitimate horror thing.
Okay.
Because, and I said, like, everyone's like, when I was putting my group in, like, I'm in charge. And they're like, okay, fine. And because nobody ever wants to be in charge of anything.
No, especially around here.
And especially
everyone wants
school.
to follow, which is why the confidence thing works.
Right.
Because if someone looks, you're like, oh, he's got a plan.
Which is terrifying because I don't actually have a plan usually.
Yeah, no, you just make it till you make it.
But, so anyway, everyone thought I was going to do something funny. I'm like, no, I cannot do something funny for my first film. Because then I will be stuck only making funny forever.
Just like Jim Carrey.
Right. And
Majestic was a great movie.
It was. It was amazing.
Yes.
That movie was amazing. But so was The Mask.
Yeah, and everyone came into the Majestic thinking, oh, Jim Carrey, it's going to be funny.
Oh, my heart. Yeah. But, anywho, the real reason, aside from having awful students as actors and production crew, the other reason why the movie became what it was because I'm just gonna say it. It's clear as day. Paul said that he had to be in it, otherwise I couldn't have girls in our room. And he had to be in every scene. I was like, how the hell is that going to work?
I didn't know that.
And so it just became like, he's in the background, and we made him do something funny, and that became the focus. I was like, this wasn't what I intended at all.
Thinking about that scene makes me think of
yes.
that served every time.
Right? And all we did was like, so I had the script for the movie, and everything was strategically laid out. Like, Adam Ladway wants to act the least, so he'll die the first. So wants to act second least, they'll die the second. And like we had everything all lined up, and the thing was just like, everyone's on set, if you will, with quotes around it, and we're filming, and it's like, all right, Paul, go back there, play with that, and then say this at the end. So his stuff wasn't even remotely near the script, but that was the agreement.
It can also be a
So part of my artistic integrity crumbled, but it was okay.
You probably won't like this, but those parts are my favorite.
Well, that was everyone's favorite. Everyone was like, this is genius. And I'm like, not because of what I was trying to accomplish. It was because of what happened.
Well, you know, sometimes you have
comedy.
Yeah, sometimes you have happy accents.
Right. In that case, it was.
Well, actually, if you're doing Bob Ross School of Thoughts, you always have happy accents.
Yeah. Which is, you know, go to the bathroom.
You don't make mistakes, you have happy accents.
But, yeah, I think it was a comedy, like, he would have been more appropriate for it. Maybe it wouldn't have been received as well. Because people were, like, sitting through each scene to see what he was going to do. They didn't care about the rest of the movie at all. So, what does that say about our society? And we all had to speak for at least a minute, so I have this horrible monologue in the first one. That when we redid it as a director's cut, we just cut it out.
Oh.
So I like jump in space for a quick second. I shift a little bit because I wasn't standing perfectly still during the monologue.
Did you also have to include the Price is Right theme?
Yes.
That kind of ruins the whole horror thing.
Why? Just let us be creative. Don't be like, and then you have to put something dumb in it. Because the second one had to have something to do with fucking airplane movie. Top Gun.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I didn't really like Top Gun as a film. We watched it to, like, work on the project. And it was just like, this movie blows.
Yeah, well, it's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise in everything he does. He's just Tom Cruise.
The only film made in those classes that had the Top Gun thing in it that was successful was Filled with Acorns. Because it was just the characters watching Top Gun, and one of them was like, Brett Hester said this movie rocked. Yeah, it kind of sucks. And then they where everyone else was like, well, we better put Highway to the Danger Zone in there.
Yeah. Got the right claims forever.
Yeah, well, that's what they do with the fucking walk-off, which is just, that whole movie was just Zoolander. Zoolander with me killing people. Like, oh, you're done. So
my arm healed nicely.
I shouldn't have been in it. I'm so. If I ever teach a film anything, I'm not going to make everyone be in it.
But it was so fun running you over.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing to shoot.
Yeah.
Make a dummy out of clothes and a baby doll. You fucking string it up with. We used cue sticks to hold it up.
Yeah, we did.
And then we got two I don't remember who they were. They were just kids playing pool, weren't they? They were like, hold these sticks.
Yeah, I think so.
And then we ran the car at it.
Yeah.
And we filmed it, and it was totally obvious how shitty it was. But there it was. When now I would have been like, we'll do something off camera, and we'll like show the car wheels spinning, and then we'll throw the pine cones everywhere, and you won't actually see anything. I wasn't supposed to be a tree monster. I was supposed to be a screwed up person. And this thing just kept changing. Hollywood out of control. So I don't know.
That's gonna be your autobiography. I wasn't supposed to be a tree monster.
Yes, exactly. I was never meant to be a tree monster. It's like Boris Karloff. He was auditioning for like serious acting roles
in Soviet Russia. Tree monster becomes you.
Yes. Karloff was trying to be like a serious film actor, and someone's like, "You're really tall and have a nice flat head." And they made him Frankenstein. They did great. And he just kept being monsters. He was the Mummy, he was Frankenstein, he was Dracula after the third movie, after Bela Lugosi. He was it Wolfman? I think that was Lon Chaney.
But he's also the one that in Soviet Russia jokes, right? Is that Boris Karloff?
No.
Oh.
That is...
It's not Boris, isn't it?
Yes, and I think it's a fake stage name.
Oh.
But now I know why you went where you went.
Okay. I thought that...
No, in Soviet Russia is Yakov Smirnov.
Oh. Well, that's completely wrong. Apparently, in my head, all Russian names are Boris.
Right.
Or Natasha.
Right. Or both, if there's a couple.
Yeah, and they're always trying to beat up a moose and a squirrel. Moose and squirrel.
What the fuck? Someone was like... This cartoon's gonna be about a fucking moose and a squirrel.
Yeah, well, don't forget about the super intelligent dog that teaches the child.
Right. Oh my god. Where do we get these
By
ideas?
traveling in time.
Yes, and they talk stupidly fast, and the animation's as cheap as possible.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
The whole show was cheap.
Why they tell you that it makes your brain turn into pudding, because holy crap, those cartoons are so poor.
Yeah.
They're like, we've got $13, please make a season.
Oh.
Okay, we got it. And they're just recycling crap from shows you've never seen before that never made it on the air, and they're going to call it Street Sharks. And you're like, oh my god.
Biker Mice from Mars.
Why? Why?
Biker Mice from Mars at least had good art.
Attack of the Killer to why? Why?
I think I saw one episode of that. I was like, what the fuck?
If only
That's
I could have been someone's parent when I was in the 90s. Just be like, what the fuck? Why? Freakazoid actually isn't good.
No, it's pretty horrible. But I really enjoyed it.
I did too, and then I watched it again as an adult, and my heart broke. I was like, wow, that show's it's SWAT cats. What? Why?
Yeah, there's so many great shows that I'm afraid to watch again because I'm afraid they'll turn out to be awful.
Some things hold up.
Yeah, some things do, but I'm just not ready to play that game.
Earthworm Jim held its own. It's still like really ridiculous, but it held up for what it is. I feel like Animaniacs did okay.
Yeah, this is a variety show. Its whole thing was a skit comedy.
Yeah, and it was totally about like sex. It was. The whole thing was
Ren
just
and
like...
Stimpy was especially about sex.
Yes.
I saw one scene on Facebook that someone posted.
Was it from the new series that was on Spike for half a season and was just awful?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
It looked like... Did the art change, or was it exactly the same?
It was pretty close. It wasn't the same crew, and it wasn't the same voices even.
Well, it looked like the old series.
Hmm.
Attached to his crotch.
That is the old series. Yes.
Yeah.
And they're like humping the
Yes.
yes.
It's on the log.
That's the original stuff. That's some fantastic stuff. Oh my god, and it's all Billy West. He's so great. They
Log.
Yeah.
Rolls downstairs.
Yes.
Rolls and pairs. I wasn't allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead, but I could watch Ren and Stimpy.
I wasn't supposed to watch either, but I did.
Also, I was allowed to watch South Park, but still not Beavis and Butthead.
Wow. That is some interesting pairing.
I don't think Mom ever watched South Park. She just thought it was a cartoon.
I remember my parents like flipping out about South Park, and then I was kind of old enough to be okay with it, and they just got over it. When if it's on TV, he's gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So they quit caring. But like before I got a TV in my bedroom, it was like, you can't fucking do that. That's awful. It's gonna melt your brain. I'm like, I say the F word at school. And if you're watching, Mom, no, I didn't. But I'm sure.
Did you explain on the podcast your brilliant idea to play music during school?
Music during school?
By telling everyone that it was a hearing aid?
What? I had this idea?
I'm pretty sure it was you that told me.
Tell me about my idea.
So from my memory, what you did
Yes.
was you brought an iPod to school before people knew what iPods were.
Oh, yes, this was me.
Yeah, okay.
I got away with it. Because I said, help me hear. Yes. Oh, my God. I can't believe you remember that. Like, you were allowed to have, like, music.
You have externalized your autobiographical memory into me.
I did. I implanted that so you could tell me again later so I could write I wasn't meant to be a tree monster. And, yeah, so in 2001, 2002?
That sounds right. About iPod time.
Yeah, my mom went to Chicago. She came back with oodles and oodles of shit, and my dad had a panic attack. Because he's like, oh my God, she bought everything, we're broke. And
Didn't
she's
she
like,
win Oprah?
yeah, she went on Oprah, and everyone got all this stuff, because it was Oprah's favorite things for spring, or whatever. We got a tree, and she
Did
got
you
all
get a
these
car?
clothes. No, cars are only for Christmas.
Oh.
So she should have gone earlier. But, and she got an iPod. And I was like, can I have it? You don't know what it does? I don't know. Nobody knows how to use it. You have to have a Mac to plug it in anyway. Which you did in the early days. And
for a long time. Till actually relatively recently for most things.
you could get a FireWire port on a PC.
Oh, was the original iPod FireWire?
Yes. But it didn't acknowledge the operating system. But you could install a program that would trick it.
Yeah.
So
Fake iTunes.
right, my friend Jeff was like, I can trick it. And we set it all up. Got music on there. And mind you, it had like 4 buttons across the thing and a big wheel. And the screen was green and black.
Yeah.
It was the first thing.
Yeah.
But it was like, it was big. I think it was like 15 gigs or something.
Because it was a laptop hard drive.
Right, it was pretty impressive.
An actual spinning hard drive.
Right, yeah, you could feel it spin.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you were allowed to have like a CD player at the beginning of school and at the end of school, like before classes and after classes.
Yeah.
Not in the
Not
7 minutes
passing,
between
not
classes.
study hall, nothing.
Yeah, like shove it up your ass.
Or put it in your locker.
Right.
Whichever
If it doesn't fit in one, it better fit in the other, or take it away.
If I ever become a teacher, I'm using that.
And I had it in my pocket with the headphones in, and someone yelled at me, and I pulled out and said, "This helps me hear." Wow, I was a bold child. I wouldn't do that today. I'd be like, what? And I'd like run away. Something about puberty changed how I work. During puberty, I was just violent and bold. Post, I've just been dwindling.
Sounds about right.
So
the testosterone must have hit you hard.
Yes, like a heaping sack of potatoes. Moldy tangerines. I don't know. Moldy tangerines is from UHF. Just throw me away like a sack of moldy tangerines.
I don't remember that part.
Well, you need to watch that movie at least once or twice a day.
Okay. Yeah,
it's only, for your health.
Well, one of my most favorite movies.
Lesbian Nazi hookers abducted by aliens and forced in workout programs. Weight loss programs, pardon me.
Is that in there?
Yeah, it's during their Jerry Springer segment.
Oh, yeah. If you embrace the comedy of Philip Pine Cones, I feel like it would have became UHF.
Yeah. Well, that was actually one of my dreams. I was just like, why didn't I grow up 25 years earlier? Because I could have had a fucking actual a UHF local access show. And my life would have been amazing. That's what I want. Give me public access.
I think that's still a thing. I think it's still do public access.
I want a fucking couch
it's really hard to
in a stupid studio and be like, today we're speaking to Bob Lee. And then we would just sit there, and gradually our clothes would fall off or something. And people would be like, what is happening?
You could water fake plants with an empty watering can.
Yeah. Yeah, or they could just be, the room could be filled with puppies.
Did you know that DSU, I don't know if it still does, but at the time that we went to school, DSU had a TV channel.
Yes! I didn't know until it was too fucking late.
Yeah.
And nobody was allowed to touch it.
No.
I asked. I was like, can I have it? I have the radio. Can I have that? No.
That part KDSU.
We heard you say pussy on the radio. You're not going to say it on the TV. No. I got in trouble for that, if you recall.
I don't.
No. Guy who worked in the administration office who's in charge of everything. His name was Steve something.
Yeah, Steve something.
And he came storming into KDSU and was like, you! And I'm like, what did I do? And he's like, we had a complaint that you said the word pussy on the radio. And I'm like,
were you talking about Pussifer?
I was like, did I? And then I was like, hold on a minute. I was like, oh, that woman with all the dead cats in her house. Because I made a joke. And I was like,
apparently that joke was a little too blue.
More of an innuendo, but okay. And they're like, you can only say fuck after 6 p.m. That's when no one's eating dinner.
That's when the staff leaves and the kids don't care.
But there's this hypothesis. I suppose you could say theory because it's testable. That
hypothesis is the thing you test. The theory is what you get after you're done testing.
That's what I'm saying. It was
tested.
Yes.
Okay.
And
the results were?
The results were that I suppose the part that is still hypothetical is someone did it on purpose. But almost every morning, and I'm saying 90% Walker Gently would play immediately as breakfast started. And it's so quiet in there. And those old ladies open the door. And it's like, you don't always have to fuck her hard. I'm like, what the hell is happening? And they would look at me like, you did it. And I'm like, what did I do? I wasn't in charge of this when they set it up.
Is that why Bourbon took over the morning slot? Maybe.
I never thought about it that way.
So that way, at that time it was supposed to play, there was something in the queue to override it.
It didn't happen after we switched to broadcast.
He would play that song from the End of Life of Brian where they're up on the cross listening, but you gotta look on the bright side of life.
Right.
Which, I guess taken from the radio standpoint, if you don't know what it's from, it just sounds happy.
Well,
but if you see the image of him whistling the song on the cross.
One of my favorite things is realizing when that Steve guy, fine, you can say whatever you want, was when they realized our most popular shows were the James Lee Experience and Blackout Style, which both had incredible adult content. Yeah, I'm just some loud kid.
Yeah. Wasn't the James Lee one where they did
sex toy reviews?
Yeah, sex toy reviews.
Yeah.
And then Blackout Style, they interviewed Suicide Girl.
I helped on that. That was cool.
Yeah, he's here.
It was our first like remote distance interview. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I think probably our only one, but it was awesome.
Probably. Yeah.
So yeah, but like we covered all sorts of stuff. And Blackout would say crazy things.
Oh yeah.
Like
love Blackout.
Crazy things. Where I'm like, you shouldn't say that as a teacher.
That was his program was like during my breaks between classes for lunch.
Oh yeah.
So I just sat in there with him.
And he said fucking things.
Yeah. It was fantastic.
I wasn't like being radical. I just can't control my mouth sometimes. And especially when I did the mind taker, I wanted to say whatever I wanted. That was maybe my second favorite segment.
I like the idea of the mind taker.
Me too, because it just happened whenever it wanted, and I got into character.
Yeah, it's just
I was claiming
a fantastic random surprise.
Yeah, I was claiming to take requests directly from your brain.
It's like finding a quarter on the street.
But the thing is,
then the quarter morphs into a giant robot from outer space and takes you to outer space and then drops you off
and goes, "Prepare your anus," and runs away.
Yes.
And then it covers you with toothpaste. You're like, what is that about? That would be obscene. Like, could you imagine? You think something like incredibly awful is going to happen to the most.
So you're coated head to toe in Colgate, and the giant space monster that used to be a quarter tells you to prepare your anus.
So he tells you to prepare your anus first. So you're in this like horrified state because nobody, I think, unless they've been acclimated, wants something to happen there.
Do I clench or release?
And then instead, your whole body gets drenched in toothpaste. And then he goes away. I wish I could animate these things. I just don't have time. I don't have time.
We should get Brett here to do more Foley.
We should. Just the monster sounds. How does the fucking quarter anus monster work? Tell me. I can't even inch towards how he is. But it's a good time.
Today was a good time.
Today?
Yeah.
We're having a good time?
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
We're almost done. We've gone over an hour.
We have.
And we still have no viewer. So we're doing good.
That's right.
I know we have.
As soon as we hit that 3 viewer threshold.
Oh, we got one. You
right.
silly people! Why? I just talked about covering you in toothpaste after telling you to prepare your anus. Your balloon knot of all things. But
yeah.
I was gonna say, people will be like, "So you like Buffy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Do you like Angel?" Yeah. To me, then I explained it last night as like 2 halves of a cookie, and then I went even further to say that it's an Oreo, and Angel's.
What's the cream filling?
If we're going to stack an Oreo like this, do make it a little more visible. The bottom wafer, if you will, is Angel, because you see the top one, that's obviously there, and Angel isn't the most obvious of the 2 series, and in the middle is something I'll get to in a moment, but the top wafer is Buffy. In the middle is the white substance that you create out of your love for them. and some people like it all together because it's important. But other people don't care about Buffy or Angel, and they just want your white substance. So they scrape that out. And they throw the cookies away. And they don't know what they're missing. And I have something to do. I have a point.
I think you just ate it into my diet plan.
Wow, we're going there. So hold on. There's more. I'll think back and be like, what was my favorite radio show? Be like, obviously Imaginary. I'm fucking woo.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, Rough and Ready was kind of fun, and I'll listen to it and be like, Rough and Ready was the best. And I'll be like,
we could bring back Imaginary.
I know. I have a note in my notebook that just says, bring back Imaginary. That's it. So I just don't know how it would work. Like, do we do local bands?
We could do that, or we could do a play-along. Go out and buy this album. That's your homework for the next show. And the next show, we'll talk about it, and you play the tracks.
We can do it with the tracks if we talk over it. There are rules on making a review commentary. You are allowed to, which is why you can play a movie as long as you're commentating over it. Kevin Smith told me about that.
Even Mystery Science Theater was afraid of that, though, because they write movies.
Not anymore. Have you not been to the movie theater lately? They'll do like last summer's like big hits. And it's like
Mystery Science Theater was
you know what Fathom events are?
Yeah.
It's that. They do a Fathom event. What are they doing this year? I want to say they're doing Weekend at Ultron's. That's Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
But we've been over this.
No, but I'm just guessing. So it's like Weekend at Bernie's, but with Ultron.
No, I affectionately call it Weekend at Ultron's because an age is more than a couple days. And
usually.
And even in the comics,
similarity, that's about an age.
The age of Ultron in the comics is years.
Yeah.
In the movie, it's like 4 or 5 days of Ultron. So it's like spring break at Ultron's.
Yeah. I haven't seen the movie or know anything about Ultron, so.
Because he works like a virus. He's slowly spreading. But in this, it's like, I fucking did it! Boom! Robots everywhere, done! And usually it's a war of attrition. And by the time you realize he's there, but they couldn't do that in 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's like a 12-movie series.
Yeah.
But they're doing the trade-off. They're doing that with Thanos, where they're just like kind of giving tidbits here and there, and eventually we will have the Infinity War, which is in 2017, I think.
Oh, that's not too far.
So there we are with that. But the other radio shows I had was The Rock and Wake Up, which I do miss a lot. That was fun. I gave away free breakfast. And
I think I missed that one.
I only did it for a year.
That's probably the year I wasn't there.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. But I get on the air and be like, first person on the radio station gets free breakfast. It's almost always this one black dude. I don't remember his name. But he would poke his head at me like, free breakfast? Like, yeah, fine.
Free breakfast.
And I was just buying people TC.
I think I was on my own when this happened. But you know the Indians that played pool a lot?
Yes.
That loved the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yes.
I ran a request show, and they came in. It's like, Red Hot Chili Peppers!
Oh my god.
Okay,
I missed them because near the end of my run at school, it became not the foreign students. Because you haven't noticed the Indians are like, and I think these are like from India.
Yeah, Indians, not natives.
They would always band together. They'd hang out in the pool room, but they'd only be there for like 2 years, and then there'd be new ones. And you weren't there long enough to see that.
I was letting you turn over. No.
Eventually, I don't know if they quit coming to Dakota State, if they learned they didn't have to do that, or if they
went online.
If they quit loving pool, or if the ghetto white kids just took over. But it became filled with ghetto white kids. They just wanted to listen to the same 2 fucking songs over and over again.
God.
So
this is not Hot 104.7. KSU was brought back to kill Hot 104.7.
We get the request, and it was always every day I'm hustling. Yeah.
That's as good as it gets for me.
And then Black Dahlia by some screamo band. And
so you went from retard trash to screamo retard trash.
And yes, to say it bluntly. And we would let it go into because every day I'm hustling at this lead in.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, every day I'm hustling. And he just says that for 25 minutes.
Yeah. And
it's just terrible. So we let him get the first couple syllables out, then we jump to Rick Roll or Cake Roll. And we got in trouble for Cake Roll.
I don't know about Cake Roll.
oh my god, you have to watch it when this is done.
Okay, we'll do it.
Which this might be a good spot to cut it off.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.